Good morning, everyone. My name is Arun Nagpal. I'm a Senior Technical Account Manager here at AWS. Today, we are diving into an essential topic for Kubernetes administrators and cloud security professional, securing Amazon EKS cluster using open source tool Prowler. Let's explore how Prowler can strengthen your EKS security posture. To start, let's revisit the shared responsibility model for AWS EKS. EKS is a managed service. AWS manages the Kubernetes control plane, including components like API server, etcd, and scheduler. However, as a customer, you are responsible for securing your workloads. This includes your data, container images, IAM roles, worker node configurations such as operating system settings and kubelet setups. Essentially, AWS provides a secure foundation, but it is up to you to secure what you deploy on top of it. Securing an EKS cluster involves multiple layers. These includes identity and access management to control accesses, pod security to ensure workload runs securely, runtime security to monitor live workload, network security to manage traffic within and outside the cluster, data encryption, secrets manager, regulatory compliance, and incident response strategies. AWS provides an EKS best practices guide which outlines these areas in detail. Following these practices ensures a robust defense against vulnerabilities. Now let's look at Prowler. Prowler is an open source security tool designed for multi-cloud environment like AWS, Azure, GCP, and Kubernetes. It supports compliance frameworks such as CIS benchmark, NIST, GDPR, HIPAA, PCI DSS, and various other, including your custom security framework. For Kubernetes specifically, Prowler automates compliance checks against benchmark like CIS Kubernetes benchmark, making it an invaluable tool for EKS administrators. Prowler simplifies the process of securing EKS cluster by automating critical security checks. It ensures compliance with the Kubernetes specific standards like CIS benchmarks. This automation saves time and reduces the risk of human error while maintaining the high security standards. Installing Prowler is straightforward. Use curl to download your Docker Compose file or install it via brew or pip based on the client you're using. Once installed, verify the installation with the command prowler-v. These steps makes it easy to integrate Prowler into your environment. Running Prowler is simple. Use command like prowler kubernetes space dash dash kubeconfig dash file. Give the path of your kubeconfig to scan your cluster. You can generate output in formats like HTML, CSV, JSON ASFF, which is AWS Security Finding Format, or JSON OCSF, which is Open Cybersecurity Schema Framework for further analysis. This flexibility allows you to tailor the output to your specific needs. After completing a scan, Prowler provides a detailed result categorized by severity, critical, high, medium, or low. These results are stored in files for review or integration into your dashboard. Here is an example of sample output file format from Prowler Scan. It highlights failed checks along with their severity levels. This helps prioritize remediation effort effectively. Prowler also provides a dashboard for visualizing your scan result. Launch it by using Prowler space dashboard. The dashboard displays metrics such as total cluster scan and findings categorized by severity. It's an excellent way to monitor compliance over time. Here is a snapshot of dashboard interface. It shows key metrics like pass, failed checks, finding by severity. This makes it easier to track progress and focus on the critical issues. In summary, securing EKS cluster is a shared responsibility that requires robust tool like Prowler. With its ability to automate compliance checks and provide actionable insights, Prowler simplifies the complex task of Kubernetes security. Let's now quickly jump over and see how Prowler can be utilized against my Kubernetes cluster and see how does the results look like. So I have an EKS cluster running in my this account. I do have Prowler installed on my laptop. At the time of recording, I'm running the version 5.1.5, which is the latest version. Let's quickly see what are the various options available with Prowler. We can see that there are 4 different cloud providers which are currently available: AWS, Azure, GCP, and Kubernetes. And we do have a component dashboard to visualize our scan results. Since today we are specifically talking about Kubernetes, so let's see what are the various options available with Kubernetes. We can see that it supports various options. Some of those which are interesting are list of compliances. I can see what all compliances it supports, list of checks, what all checks it would be running, what are the services, what are the list of categories, and then I can run specific checks or run specific compliances, run it against a specific service. I do have options of, setting the or checking the output based on a specific status, fail or pass. I do have option of giving the format, and I can give the AWS Security Hub finding format, which is important for integrating with Security Hub, or I can get the output which is compatible with my dashboard. I do have option of excluding a specific check. I can specify the path of the kubeconfig file or use a specific context and scan a specific namespace as well. Let's quickly check what are the compliances which are currently available with Kubernetes provider. We can see that currently it supports the CIS benchmark 1.10 for Kubernetes and CIS benchmark 1.8 for Kubernetes. Let's see what are those checks. It currently supports 83 checks. We do have a brief description of the check, the service and severity of the check. Let's now run the scan against my current cluster. So we can see that it is running 83 checks since we did not give any specific compliance. So it is running both the compliance and all checks. And it does generate output at specific path. Let's open up one of the output to see how does that look like. So we can see the total number of finding, how many of them have passed, how many of them have failed. We do have option of searching a specific based on a specific search. We can see the status, severity, name service, region or the namespace, title, the risk, recommendation, and the compliances. To make it a bit interesting, I have actually created a YAML configuration where I'm trying to run a privilege pod 1 as root and trying to set the privilege flag as true. Let's run this workload and verify it's running. Let's now try to run Prowler against this cluster and specifically check whether it identifies how does it actually treats this particular pod. And it is running all 83 checks and we do have the output. Let's see, the number of failed have increased from 50 to 53 And let's see, is there anything specific to our pod? Yes, we do have privilege pod 1, which does not have the seccomp profile. We can see that it contains a privileged container and it is running as root user. So Prowler has clearly identified that these are the failure against the CIS benchmark for Kubernetes. Prowler does gives us an option of running an additional component, which is dashboards. Let's try to see how does that look like. You can see that it has published a dashboard at this particular URL. Let's open up. We can see that we have the Kubernetes scan results out here. We do have other providers. Currently, I'm not running my scan against any other provider. We do have the top finding by severity. We can see the compliances and check any specific compliance. I think that's it from us. Hope this has been useful.